very much, primarily because I don't really care. But I wanted to see if this whole live thing works because, and I guess the Carmelo Anthony verdict presents a good opportunity for me to test it out. So, um, let me. I guess I'm going to try to look at this from another channel to see if this is working. Um, okay, so let me see if this is coming on. So let me try to find my channel and then we will begin. I don't typically care to go online. Not that it doesn't really matter to me. I don't really care because my ideas are different from your ideas. My ideas are different from your ideas. And the reason why they are different is because I'm better than you. That's why. So that's why I don't really see a need to come online much because you won't understand what I have to say anyway. So why bother? But I'm trying to search for my channel on here. Just give me a moment while I try to figure this out. In the meantime, if you do look on, let me know where you're from. Let me know where you're from. Let me know if you have a college degree. Let me know if you have a college degree. Um, Let me know if you have a college degree from an institution that is recognized um, by the Department of Education as having certifiable accreditation. So basically, what I'm asking is, let me know if the college that you go to um, let me know if the college that you go to is accredited. That's not it. Why won't they let me change the let me know if the college that you go to is accredited by an agency that is or that you have gone to. So just let me know if you've gone to college, and if you did go to college, let me know if the college that you went to is accredited by an institution recognized by the Department of Education. Let me know if the college that you go to that you went to. Sorry, I'm doing a few things at once. Let me know if the college that you went to. What's the name of the college that you went to? And let me see if this works. So how do I find my channel on this stupid using this stupid search? Okay, so let me know your name, the college that you went to. If your college is accredited by an agency recognized by the Department of Energy, then that is it. Okay, I'm gonna add Carmelo because that's what I'm talking about. Uh, Okay, I'll be speaking in a moment. I'm just trying to find my channel on here. Okay, there's got to be a way to search this. Why don't they let you modify the search results to include channel? Like, why can't you? Okay, they have a search language. That's what they have. Maybe we should do this in another language. Okay, this is not working. I need to find my channel. How do I find my channel? Let's see. We got search, but that's not working. So please, if you enter the chat, just tell me where you're from. I should have subscribed first. God damn it. Okay, you know what? If you want to see what I have to say about Karmelo, I'm going to come back on. First, let me subscribe to this channel on my phone because it's not working on YouTube. And I mean, on my YouTube TV. I'm trying to use my YouTube TV to log in, but for some reason, uh, this is not working. Stupid goddamn app. You know, fuck YouTube. YouTube is a piece of shit. Can I tell you? YouTube is a piece of shit. It just is. Like, why can't you? I'm using the stupid YouTube app on the I'm using the stupid YouTube app on the Fire Stick, and they don't make it easy for you to search. All right, I'm gonna log off and then I'm gonna come back on. God damn it! Fucking goddamn stupid YouTube! I hate you. By the way, I want all messages. Let me see. Can I pause this? Okay. All right. So I figured out a way to do it online. So now let me try to find it again. So let's see. I'll get started in a minute. Let me just oh no, subscriptions. Subscriptions. That's what I need to find. Subscriptions. Yes, found it. Yes, found it. Okay. Now we're getting somewhere. Okay. Sorry. Now what I want to do is because I wanted to really I was coming on here to test this. Okay, now we got something. Okay. I wanted to test this because when I went on another chat, I had tried to see the oops. I had tried to see if the chat comments were coming up. And for whatever reason, my chat comments were not coming up. So I wonder if YouTube has blocked my chat comments from popping up on YouTube TV. Period. Because if that happens, then they're denying me equal access. Right? So my comments were popping up on my app, but they weren't popping up on the TV app. So when that happens, what that's showing is that YouTube is discriminating, right? So here's the thing. If YouTube is going to discriminate, they can discriminate if they want to, actually. Discrimination is not illegal, right? But you can't make it a public app. So if you're going to make it like an app in which you're going to be discriminating against people, then what you're really supposed to do, you can discriminate against people if you want, actually. You really can. But you can't make it a public app. That means to say you can't sell it to everybody and discriminate certain people, for whatever reason. Maybe certain people just said things that you don't like or whatever the issue is. So that becomes a problem for YouTube. Okay, YouTube is not supposed to be discriminating. So, so maybe that's a good suit for me. Maybe I should sue them and get some money for that. So I'll have to think about it. If it's something I want to do, I might pursue it. But if I'm going to sue them, I'm suing them for every penny they got. I'm not suing them for just, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not just going to sue them for $10. I wouldn't even waste my time for that. If I'm going to sue them, I'm going to sue them for every single penny that they have. But I did notice that when I was putting in comments, that they weren't popping up on the TV, which means that they're discriminating, and they're basically saying that my comments can come on the phone, but it can't come on a TV. So that's discrimination. So they're supposed to be equal. They're not supposed to be, only it could come on here and not there. So let me add a comment. Give me a second. I'll be back. Okay. All right. So I just put up a comment and I don't see it pop up on the TV. This is good news. I can sue YouTube. I'm going to use this. It didn't pop up. Okay, this is the live chat function. It's not popping up. And wait a minute, now the screen isn't working anymore. Why isn't it working? Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay, so it's back up. Okay. So there's a lag here, of like an insane lag on the TV. Okay, let me do this again. So I'm gonna put in another comment and see if it pops up on the TV. I'm gonna no, that doesn't make sense. All right. Okay, so it paused on the TV. Now I'm back. But okay, now the timer is going back again. But I don't see my comment popping up on the YouTube TV. So I put two comments up, and none of them have popped up on the YouTube TV. So this is good news because I'm going to sue them for this shit. They are blocking my access, equal access. So the thing about it is that I want to see my comments. I want to see my comments pop up on the TV, but they're not popping up. I'm going to sue them for this. Okay, so I can see that there's something wrong here. And also, Why do they have my quality of video at 480p? Why is it not higher than that? So it looks like they're discriminating against me. I'm trying to see what are the options here. I don't know what that. It's some kind of retouch. They have some kind of a short. Okay. And what's this? Green screen. Oh shoot! I did not want a green screen. Okay. And then lighting. But they okay, I changed the chat filter to all messages. Show every message, including potential spam. Right? So that's what it says here. Hold on, I'm gonna just take a picture of this. So it's supposed to show every message, including potential spam. But I don't see any. So let's see. For community moderation, it says live chat is on. Live chat summary is on. Participant mode, anyone. Literally, it says anyone, right? And then here it says message delay, none, right? I didn't put any message delay. And then it says for the channel, blocked words. Tap enter after. Nope, I don't have any blocked words. And for live chat moderation, there's none. Don't hold any messages. That's what it says. Okay, so I've caught them. I have caught them. Let me take a picture of this. Because on my screen over here, now let me just take a show over here. I'm just show you this. See, from my TV here, as you can see, first of all, it says 1080p, right? It says 1080p. And here, as you can see, live chat. So I turned it off, and I'm turning it back on again. But those comments are not popping up, right? I don't see the comments. It says successfully connected. So that's supposed to say that the chat is successfully connected. But my messages are not popping up. So I can use this to sue YouTube. Because when I look at this, see, this is the chat, live chat. So now I'm turning off the live chat, right? So when I turn off the live chat, how do I exit out of this? Okay, so I turn off the live chat. So now I'm going back and I'm turning it back on. It says connecting to live chat, successfully connected, right? But it refuses to show my comments. From King Chris Murders Juanita Bynum, it has not showed my comments. So I'm gonna go back on there and send. It still says it's successfully connected. I came back. All right. It still says it is successfully connected. And but the comment has not showed up. There are 3 comments connected on this chat now, but not one of them have shown up. So that right there. So the thing about it is that YouTube cannot. They just can't decide to. And then look at this. Now it says nobody's watching, but I'm watching. So it's not even saying I'm watching. I'm watching myself watch. Now, okay, I'm gonna take a picture of this. It's at 1922. It says 0 people are watching. So they don't even have me down. So okay, now it says 1 person is watching. But it's not even having me down. I'm watching myself. I'm on the TV right now. Now, if I stop this video, right? I'm exiting out of the video, right? So I just exited out. So, but it still says, and I'm taking a picture of it right now. It says one person is viewing, but it hasn't said that I'm the one viewing. I'm looking at it right now. It says there's one person viewing. So now I'm going to click on the live video again. Maybe I should get away from this and click on another video. So this is another video I've just clicked on. So this is another video I clicked on, right? But it still says one person is watching. Okay, fine. Now I'm coming back. That was my old video. Okay. So now I'm coming back to the current video. I'm going to click it. It says 0 people are watching right now. Okay, so now I clicked my video. Okay. Now it says connecting, successfully connected, but on my screen, it doesn't say that I'm watching. Okay, now it says one person is watching, but that doesn't have to be me. I'm going to exit out because I want to see if that's really me. So I exited out, but it still says one person is watching. It still says one person is watching, but I'm not that person. So something is up with YouTube. They did something with my account where they make it look like, see, now it says 0 people are watching. So I'm going to click that. Now I'm going back. Okay. So I'm going back to the video that I'm filming right now on the TV. I'm using YouTube TV. Okay, now it's up. It says 0 people are watching. It says the chat is successfully connected. I'm at 2144. Okay, now it says one person is watching. So is it a lag or something? Maybe there's some kind of a lag. So now I'm exiting out. Okay, so I exited out. It still says one person is watching. Maybe it's a timer. Maybe there's some kind of a timer on this. But what called attention to me that something is not right is that while I was watching myself film on the TV, see, look, it says one person is watching, but I'm not the one watching. So it's not, I don't think it's documenting that I'm watching. All right, let's try this again. So right now it's at 0. Okay, so let's time this. Let's see how long this is taking. And something dropped. I don't know what dropped. What just dropped? Okay, I'll look at that later. Okay. So it says 0 people are watching right now. So right now, what I'm going to do is I'm clicking on. So I just clicked on at, let's say 12:51. It's 12:54, 12:55, 12:56. I mean 22:58 or whatever. 59, 0. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so now I'm on. Okay, boom. It's on the screen. I'm still at 11 seconds, so it's been about 20 seconds, and nothing has indicated that. Okay, now it says that I'm on. Okay, all right. Now I'm going to escape. So let's just escape. So it still says someone is on, even though I've escaped. Okay, I need to write down these numbers. There's a latency or some kind of a lag here in YouTube's reporting of numbers of who's watching and who's not watching. So right now it's saying that I'm watching. Okay, now it's saying I'm not watching. All right, let's do this again because we've got an experiment that we're doing over here. Okay, so I'm going to log on, and when I log on, as soon as I press the button, I'm going to document what time I'm logging on. So I'm pressing the button now. So it's at 24, right? It was at 24 on my timer. I took a picture about 3 seconds later, but that's okay. So I'm looking at the television. Okay, it pops up on the screen at 9 minutes later or whatever, 9 seconds after. So, but still it says 0 people are watching. Okay, now it says one person's watching. I'm clicking it. So now I'm going to come off. Okay, so I just came off. And so now I'm trying to see how long does it take for it to register that I've come off. So it's still saying someone is on. So I'm supposing that it's me, that it keeps saying is the one person watching. But something is weird with this whole app because while I was filming myself, um, actually I gotta take that off because I don't know if that has a role, if that plays a role in it. Okay, now it's at 0. Let me see. Does that count? So I rolled my mouse over the thing, and so I can see the video. So now it says 1. So I wonder if when you roll your mouse over it, right? So now I just took my mouse off of the video, and then it goes to 0. Okay, so let's do that again. So now I'm putting my mouse on this video. It's at 0 now. Now it's at 1. Okay, now I'm going to take my mouse off. Oops. Okay, it's saying 1 still. Let's see what it's doing. Something happened. I made a mistake and turned off the phone. Okay, now it's counting again. It still says 1, but I'm not watching. Okay, now it says 0. Okay, let's do it again. So I put it on the video. It says 0. I need a stopwatch or something. I need to document this. This is a little bit interesting. So I moved the mouse onto the video. It's not showing anyone watching. So something is very strange here with the YouTube software. I don't think it's registering me as watching because it's not registering me as watching. It's not even, see, look, it's still at 0. So what I think is now it's registering someone as watching. I think that YouTube is acting like I don't even use the app. I think that YouTube is discriminating against me because I don't see it registering that I'm not watching this thing. You see that? See, I'm going to have to sue YouTube for this because you're not supposed to discriminate against me. I mean, here's the thing. If you, now it's at 0. So something's not right. Something is really not right with this whole situation. I'm clicking on the video. I'm going to have to really study this and do some research on this. So what might work is they're definitely stifling who watches me, right? So listen, this is the way this works in America. See, now it's at 0 still. Now it says 1. So something's not right. So anyway, here's how things work in America, right? In America's a country of laws. And so if YouTube is going to decide to offer something publicly in America, then every American citizen has equal protection under the laws. So what that means is that you can't just decide that you're going to treat my channel any differently than any other channel. And the only way that you could treat people differently is if you're not offering it to the public. So the only way YouTube can treat different people differently is if they're not offering it to the public. So if they can't treat me fairly, right, then they're not supposed to be treating anybody fairly. Okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get off now. But something is not correct with YouTube. I'm not entirely sure what it is, but they've got some problems. But anyway, so let's just talk about what I came on here to talk about. What I came on here to talk about was the Karmelo Anthony verdict. So I'm sorry that it took 29 minutes for us to get to that, but I was just noticing some discrepancies with the YouTube app. And so what I'm going to do is most likely, if I feel like doing it, I may do it. I'm going to sue YouTube for every penny they have for being discriminating against me because, They don't have a right to do that. Not in America. I mean, you can do it any place you want, but you can't do it in America. I mean, I guess you could do it in other places. I don't really know the situation, but I'm just about America because that's where I'm at, right? And so you're not supposed to do that in America, okay? But if you want to do it elsewhere, you can. So what I wanted to talk about was that, and I'll just maybe just say a couple comments about the Carmelo Anthony thing. One of the things I noticed is that black men are in a very poor place right now. And they've been in a poor place for a very long time. W.E.B. Du Bois explained that black men need to acquire public and psychological wages, right? Just like white men do. But black men just refuse to do this. They refuse to do this. And so as a result, they're going to have a lot of problems. And the reason why I think Carmelo Anthony thought that he could be like Zimmerman, but he can't be Zimmerman unless he becomes like an Uncle Tom. But the problem for people like a Carmelo Anthony is he's trying too hard to be a thug. He wants to be a thug. Okay. And so what I wanted to look up really quickly was what was Carmelo Anthony's comments, because I think he said something like, so let's look that up real quick. Okay, they say Carmelo stabbing. So let's see what they say here. Uh, let's see. I want to know what were his comments, because I believe he deserved to get stabbed. Um, Austin Metcalf had a 3.97 GPA. He was a most valuable player, linebacker of the football team. So I think that Carmelo Anthony was jealous of him. Um, I think Carmelo Anthony targeted him, because what's weird about it is, and Carmelo Anthony, was he a football player? I don't think so, right? So I wanted to know what was his comments. What comments did he make? Let me see if they. Let me see if I can find the comments that he made here. Let's see if they say it. Um, okay, it says the teenager stabbed Metcalf after he asked him to move out of a tent he was sitting under at the stadium. Okay, here it is. This is it. So the situation escalated after Carmelo Anthony allegedly told Metcalf, "Touch me and see what happens." Right? That's what the black guy told the white guy. They were both students at the school. Or I don't know if they were students at the school, but they were both top notch students. Carmelo Anthony was a 3.7 GPA and a track runner. And Metcalf was also the same age, 17 years old, but he was a linebacker in football. So Anthony tells Metcalf, "Touch me and see what happens," right? So an eyewitness claims that Metcalf began to move and grab Anthony so that the latter was believed to have retaliated by pulling. The way they wrote this article is really bad. By pulling a knife out of his bag and stabbing Metcalf in the chest. Metcalf died by the time he arrived at the hospital. Both athletes were 17 at the time of the incident. So Anthony did the wrong thing. He admitted to killing Metcalf. Now, right there, that's a bad, bad, bad. First of all, you don't know how that man died. You not know. You are not a what do they call it? Who are the people who come to the scene of the crime and I mean not the scene of the crime. Who are the people who investigate how a person dies? That that's a coroner's decision. That he said he admitted it says here that see Carmelo Anthony deserves it. They see what happened is that he wasn't supposed to never say I killed Metcalf. Why did he say he killed Metcalf? See, that's my question. Carmelo Anthony was never supposed to admit to killing Metcalf because, first of all, you don't know what he died of. He could have died of a heart attack. You're supposed to let the coroner figure that out. You're supposed to let the medical examiner figure that out. It says that he allegedly told officers that he did it per the affidavit. And he also claimed that he was only protecting himself. He did what? What's it? So I think that he made a bad decision there. Carmelo runs off with his mouth. That's his problem. He talks too much. He knows too goddamn much. What the? First of all, how did you know? What the fuck made you think that you killed him? How do you know you killed him? How do you even know the man died? You ain't no doctor. So right there, I think that Carmelo Anthony deserved what he got, and he intended on killing Metcalf. He was definitely this is definitely murder. And the reason why I say it's murder is because he says that he killed Metcalf. He said that he killed him. So I believe that Carmelo Anthony knew what he was doing. He knew what was gonna happen. He knew that people would take issue with him going there, and he wanted to start an altercation. Carmelo Anthony wanted an altercation to start between him and Metcalf. What's Metcalf's first name? Between him and Austin Metcalf. Yeah, Carmelo Anthony was certainly interested in starting a fight because what happened is that at these track meets, they had a lot of these rules, right? And these kids know these rules. They know these rules. Now, I don't know exactly what all the rules were. I would have to investigate everything. If I was to look into the situation, I would just investigate everything. Like I would get all up in everybody's business. I'd be like Matlock up in this bitch, okay? I'd be like fucking Miss Marple up in this bitch, okay? I would be investigating everything. But I can already tell right away that that evidence leans towards Carmelo Anthony being the criminal here. Carmelo Anthony, first of all, had a knife. What made him bring a knife? What was his motivation for having a knife with him at a track meet? I mean, because the thing about it is that if I'm running in a track meet, like, first of all, was he even running in a track meet? I don't even know all the details like that. But if I'm running in a track meet, one of the things I'm not carrying on me is a knife. Really, I'm not carrying anything on me because the more stuff you have on your person, the more it's a distraction, and it actually causes you to not be able to win the race. Okay, so Carmelo Anthony was just trying to prove something. Uh, Carmelo Anthony has a chip on his shoulder, and he wanted to prove that he's a bad guy, that he's a thug. He wanted to prove it for some reason. Um, and well, he proved it, and which is why he's in jail. He's in prison. But what he said was, "Touch me and see what happens." Right? So he wanted something to happen, and guess what? Something did happen. He's in prison. That's what happened. He's in prison. So he deserved it. He's just another ninja that bit the dust. He deserves it. Also, Metcalf is another one who deserved it because Metcalf told him to leave. Now, if Metcalf had a problem with Carmelo Anthony being under the tent, Metcalf was supposed to let the school officials know. He was supposed to walk his behind out of that tent and go tell a school official. That's what he was supposed to do. So Metcalf deserved to die, right? Because if Metcalf had a problem with Carmelo Anthony being under the tent, then Metcalf should have also had a problem with him acting like he was a school official and acting like he had the authority to remove Carmelo Anthony. So this was basically a fight between two young boys. I believe that Carmelo Anthony wanted the fight. He was looking for a fight. He wanted to kill someone. He was looking to kill someone. But at the same time, and he must have already known that Austin Metcalf had a temper. And he must have also known that Austin Metcalf was a good target. So that's why he went and picked that tent at that day with that fool, Austin Metcalf. So both of them are fools, and they both deserved everything they got. Um, Austin Metcalf deserved to die because if in fact it was wrong for Carmelo Anthony to be in the tent, then Austin Metcalf was supposed to go and inform school officials of the breach, right? That's not Austin Metcalf's responsibility, right? It's not Austin Metcalf's responsibility to police the tent, okay? That's not his responsibility. Um, Austin Metcalf's responsibility is to go tell school officials. That's Austin Metcalf's responsibility. He's supposed to go tell on Carmelo Anthony and then let the school officials handle Carmelo Anthony and let Carmelo Anthony go and stab a school official. Okay. So the way I see it, and the only reason why I say it like this is because if Austin Metcalf really believed that Carmelo Anthony had breached school rules, then, you know, his job is not supposed to be to police school rules unless he's getting paid for that. But he's not, excuse me, he's not getting paid to police school rules. Austin Metcalf he was not on payroll to enforce school rules. So if Austin Metcalf wanted to enforce, so basically what I'm saying is this: Austin Metcalf should have realized from that moment that he really wanted to enforce school rules. And at that point, he should have applied for a job to become a security officer for the tent so that he could police the tent, so that he could enforce school rules concerning the tent. But he refused to do that because he's lazy, because he's a know-it-all. So they both deserve what they got, plain and simple.